Hello and welcome to the SM Master channel. This is Mohit, and in this video we shall talk about the direct motion of Jupiter in the sign of Taurus from the 4th of February 2025 till 14th of May 2025. During this period it will be in sign exchange with Venus and it will be in mutual aspect with Ketu. Jupiter turning direct in Taurus and in sign exchange with Venus is overall good for the economy of the country, and there can be tax deductions for the citizens as well. It is overall good for resources and wealth. With Ketu aspecting this Jupiter, spirituality and righteousness will also take the front seat. Ethical practices and moral values will be well appreciated. Overall, import export, agriculture, and investment sector will also improve. Let us take a look at the effect of this direct motion of Jupiter on each ascendant and sign. As usual, we shall begin with the Aries ascendant. For Aries ascendant and Aries moon sign, Jupiter becomes your ninth and 12th house lord and is transiting in the second house. There is a sign exchange between 12th house lord and the second house lord Venus. Finance and wealth is very likely to improve. You can have a lot more resources in hand during this transit. Sudden expenses will reduce. Investments will also provide gains. Try to make some investments while Jupiter is in Taurus during this period. It will benefit you in the long run. Luck is also by your side, and so is your father and your mentors. Make the most of this transit to grow your finance and savings. People in the import export sector and investment field will gain the most during this time. See, Jupiter is the natural significator of the second house and the natural significator of wealth. Overall, this therefore is a very favorable period for financial gains. There can be salary increment for those in job, and there can be expansion in business for those who are self-employed. The fifth aspect of Jupiter on the sixth house is good for jobs and relations with co-workers. Stomach can also see improvement. You will develop good eating habits as well during this transit. The seventh aspect on the eighth house is good for ancestral property issues, for solving old family matters. Spiritual growth is also seen during this time. The ninth aspect on the 10th house is good for career growth and overall improvement in professional life. With both Jupiter and Ketu influencing your 10th house, the way to handle this energy is to be very ethical in profession. Jupiter's blessings will bring stability and growth in career. If you have been confused regarding change of profession, this energy of Jupiter will now bring clarity in your thoughts. Your overall communication is also likely to improve and old misunderstandings can be cleared. The exchange between the 12th and the second house lord indicates that someone in family can come from abroad for a small get together, and there can be foreign travel opportunities with family for others. This direct motion of Jupiter demands that you stop any wastage of food and that you give importance to the traditional practices of your family. Be ethical and be grounded, and use this energy to grow your finance and prosper in career. Use this energy to solve family issues and do make some investments during this time. This is a very auspicious period, and uncertainty and fluctuations in savings will now be resolved. For Taurus ascendants and Taurus moon sign, your 8th house lord and 11th house lord Jupiter is transiting in the first house. There is sign exchange between first house lord and the 11th house lord. Jupiter also has directional strength in the first house. There can be sudden gains during this transit. There can be gains through stock markets and other speculative activities as well. However, since these activities carry a lot of financial risk, it is advisable to use your own discretion before making any investments. A lot depends on your running dasha and planetary positions in your individual chart. But even then, this energy of Jupiter is likely to provide you with some gains at least. The exchange between the 11th house lord and the first house lord promises best fulfillment, income, salary increment, rise in profits, expansion in friend circle, and social network. Use this energy to build a long-term goodwill in society and among friends. Jupiter in Lagna and with Ketu aspecting it is also good for spiritual development and overall growth in personality. This is a time for self-growth. Ketu from 5th house and Jupiter in Lagna will ensure that your past life experiences benefit you and you come out of this transit with a lot more knowledge and wisdom. The aspect of Jupiter in 5th house is good for love and romance matters and for children. Some of you may be going through a bad breakup or maybe in a breakup like situation at present. This direct energy of Jupiter will bless you with clarity and protect the relation that you love and want to hold on to. However, avoid keeping things a secret from your loved one or doing anything behind their back as this can dampen relations. For couples who have been planning a baby, you can expect good news soon. For college students also, this energy of Jupiter will bring some clarity in your mind regarding higher studies. For those involved in research and looking to study abroad, can see better opportunities during this transit. This Jupiter also aspects your 7th and 9th house and thus will bring along with it blessings of marriage for singles. Better marriage prospects can be expected during this transit. Your father's health will also see improvement. There can be gains from inheritance as well. A religious tour is also on the cards. Do watch out for your health as there are chances of weight gain and obesity issues. Overall, this is a period of transformation and unexpected changes, and you are likely to gain from these changes. Use this energy of Jupiter for self growth and development. For Gemini ascendants and Gemini moon sign, your 7th and 10th house Lord Jupiter is in 12th house. There is sign exchange between 10th house Lord and 12th house Lord. This is a very good transit for those who are in the import export business, have any dealings with foreign countries, or work in a multinational corporation or have any foreign connection in their career. Those who work in investment banking or other forms of investment are also likely to benefit. There can be new investment opportunities during this transit. Loans can get approved and you can expect better resources in career. This transit of Jupiter is, however, not good for people in partnership business as there can be some differences of opinion with professional partners. The fight will be regarding utilization of resources and expansion plans. Wait for this transit to pass before taking any major decisions or entering into a new or ending an old partnership. So do not take any major decisions related to partnerships. With Ketu in your 4th house and Jupiter aspecting your 4th house, this is the time for foreign settlement, foreign tour, change of residence, change of city for some of you. Especially with Venus also influencing your 4th house, chances of change of home and vehicle is very high. Use the energy of this transit to change your home or city if you have been making efforts towards this. Visa applications are also likely to be approved during this time. The 7th aspect of Jupiter on your 6th house can bring job opportunities from foreign or from distant lands. For those who are in the banking and financial sector, there will be better job opportunities and more success in profession. The 9th aspect of Jupiter on the 8th house and the 5th aspect of Jupiter of Ketu in the 8th house is excellent for spiritual growth. Both Jupiter and Ketu are influencing your 8th house and can provide you with a lot of spiritual interest and spiritual knowledge. Some legal matters can also be resolved during this transit. This is also a good time to consult astrologers. This Jupiter is also your 7th house lord and its transit in 12th house is however not so good for marriage life. For those of you who are married, this can be testing times. The health of spouse can also be a matter of concern. It is advisable to take a trip with your spouse if you can. Do donations of medicine on behalf of spouse. Donating medicines for people suffering from liver, stomach, kidney or diabetes ailments is better. You may also choose to make some investments in the name of the spouse. Chant the Bij mantra of Jupiter, which is Om Braham Brihaspatay Nama, every day 108 times to reduce the negative effects, or plant or water a banana tree, especially on Thursdays. Feed monkeys to reduce the negative effects. Growing a banana tree can prove to be a very effective remedy as Jupiter is an earthly sign. This is a temporary phase of setbacks in relations, and as soon as Jupiter will move into your Lagna and gain directional strength, things will improve for you. For my Cancer friends, Cancer natives and Cancer moon sign, your 6th and 9th house Lord Jupiter is transiting in your 11th house. There is an exchange between your 9th house Lord and your 11th house Lord Venus. This is a very auspicious direct motion transit for Cancerian natives. Your Bhagya Lord is in the house of wish fulfillment and the Lord of wish fulfillment and gains Venus is in the house of Bhagya. which simply means that your desires have the support of luck. Use this energy of this Jupiter to fulfill your desire, expand your friend circle, gain name and fame in society, improve your social connections and network. Any issues that you may have had with friends will also begin to solve. This is a very suitable time for asking salary increment or promotions and getting your dream job. With Ketu aspecting this Jupiter from the third house, you will have the courage to ask for whatever you deserve. However, be very ethical and ensure that what you seek is rightfully yours. The ninth house is the house of Dharma, and Jupiter is also the natural significator of Dharma, and hence, diverting from the path of Dharma and righteousness will be an obstacle in wish fulfillment. Seek only what is rightfully yours, and Jupiter will bless you. The sixth lord going into 11th in itself is a very strong indicator for promotions and salary increments. Loans are also likely to get approved during this transit. The fifth aspect of Jupiter on third house will improve relations with siblings and neighbors. Miscommunication issues are also likely to be resolved. The seventh aspect on the fifth is very good for love and romance matters. This energy of Jupiter will help you find a suitable match and strengthen an existing bond. With your fifth house Lord Mars in not such a good dignity, the blessings of Jupiter is much needed for relationship issues and also for childbirth related issues. This Jupiter is here to protect your children and also bless couples who are planning for a baby. As long as you have a favorable dasha and strong Jupiter in your chart, this energy of Jupiter will provide much needed protection to your fifth house matters. The ninth aspect of Jupiter on your seventh house will also provide much needed blessings to married couples. Of late, relationship issues may have been very high for Cancerian natives, for both married couples and for people in love. But now this direct motion of Jupiter will bring clarity and wisdom. Misunderstandings will also be resolved. There will also be expansion in business and income. Father's advice, the advice of mentors and gurus and elders will also be very good and beneficial for you. Overall, this direct motion of Jupiter was much needed for you. Use it to resolve misunderstandings, luck is by your side, and use it to fulfill your desires. Manifest positive things, and you will see most of your dreams and desires coming true during this transit. For Leo ascendants and Leo moon sign, your 5th and 8th house Lord Jupiter is transiting in your 10th house. There is a sign exchange between the 10th house Lord Venus and 8th house Lord Jupiter. There will be significant changes in your career. You are going to go through a major career transition right now. There will be sudden positive changes in the profession. Obstacles will be removed. However, it is critical to remain ethical and adhere to proper procedures during this time. People in the investment and insurance sectors will benefit the most, implying that older investments will also yield good returns for the Leo natives. Some of you will be beginning your career from scratch, and this will lead to success in future. Some of you will be joining your ancestral business and follow the footsteps of your forefathers. It is advisable to keep your career related matters a secret and do not blow the trumpet on career related issues. Insurance agents, people in research fields, scientists, astrologers, doctors, healers can do very well during this transit. Jupiter is also your 5th house lord, and its direct motion in 10th house is now good for college students and for those who have a career related to their college education. Artists and creators will also now see success. It is also a very appropriate time to teach your children about your profession or to ask them to join your family business. The 5th aspect of Jupiter on your 2nd house is good to solve any family issues and address any misunderstandings that may have been there in the past. Jupiter is the natural significator of wealth, and 2nd house is the house of wealth. Now, from the career house, this Jupiter is influencing, which means that there will be generation of wealth from career and resources. The 7th aspect on the 4th house also creates yoga for a new home or vehicle and expansion in fixed assets. Mother's health will also improve and overall environment at home will be peaceful. The 9th aspect of Jupiter falls on your 6th house, and this will now make the office environment cordial and harmonious for you. Instability in job will also be addressed. Some of you may have been thinking to change your job, This Jupiter will now bring clarity in mind and better job opportunities as well. Any legal matters can also be resolved during this time. Overall, this is a very good transit for you. For Virgo ascendants and Virgo moon sign, your 4th and 7th house Lord Jupiter is transiting in your 9th house. There is a sign exchange between the 9th house Lord Venus and the 7th house Lord Jupiter. This is a very auspicious and much needed direct motion of Jupiter for you. This direct motion is now going to bring clarity in marriage life and improve relations with spouse. It also means that there will be better marriage prospects for singles looking for a bride or a groom. The 7th house Lord in 9th house also promises luck from spouse. Relations with business partners will also improve, and so will overall business. Your business will see expansion and growth and turn more profitable during this time. The sign exchange between the 7th house and the 9th house Lord promises very amicable personal and professional relations and steady and positive growth in both matters. There will also be newer business opportunities for some of you. Remember to be ethical in dealings with business partners, and you can together expand your business to greater heights. There can also be gains from land and properties. Your mother's health and relations with her will also see improvement. For some of you, this transit will bring a new home or vehicle. The 5th aspect of Jupiter on Lagna and Ketu is good for overall self-growth and personality and spiritual development. With Ketu present in Lagna and Jupiter influencing it, both religious and spiritual growth can be achieved. There will be clarity in mind and you will be much more confident. The 7th aspect of Jupiter on the 3rd house means there is going to be both short and long distance journeys. There can be religious tours as well during this transit. Relations with siblings and neighbors will improve. The 9th aspect on 5th house is much needed for couples planning a baby, and you can soon be blessed with good news. It is also good for love relations and there will be growth and clarity in relations. The blessing of Jupiter will remove any misunderstandings that have been there in the recent past between you and your loved one. College students can have opportunity to go abroad or travel to long distance for higher studies. Overall, this direct motion of Jupiter comes with lots of blessings for the Virgo natives. Read some holy book as well during this transit and you will receive further blessings of Jupiter. For my Libra friends, Libra ascendants and Libra moon sign, your 3rd and 6th house Lord Jupiter is transiting in your 8th house. There is exchange between 6th house Lord Jupiter and 8th house Lord Venus. During this period, there can be major transformations in profession and jobs. This is more likely to be a positive change and transformations, as the 6th house Lord going into 8th house Lord also forms Viprit Raj Yoga depending on the position of Venus in your birth chart. If Viprit Raj Yoga is formed, then this is a very good transition for you. Other than that, any planet going into 8th house is never a good news. With Ketu aspecting your 8th house and Jupiter from the 12th house, this is good for spiritual growth and spiritual development. This is good for mantra chanting and it is advisable to chant the Bij mantra of Jupiter, that is Om Braham Brihaspataye Nama, daily 108 times to reduce the negative effects of this transit. Some legal issues can be resolved during this transit, but other than that, the efforts are likely to be wasted. Getting results of efforts can be difficult and extra hard work will be needed for success. It is also advisable to not start any new venture during this time. Any new initiatives can be blocked by obstacles, can be faced by obstacles, hurdles, and challenges. It is also advisable to be careful while playing sports and engaging in any risky physical activities. The 5th aspect of Jupiter falls on the 12th house, and this energy of Jupiter demands some donations. Donate some medicine for chronic problems like liver, kidney, stomach, and diabetic patients to reduce the negative effects. The 7th aspect on 2nd house can be good for finances as long as you take and seek only what is rightfully yours. The 9th aspect on 4th house is not so good for mother's health and relations with her. It is also advisable to not buy any new property or land during this time as it can invite some legal issues. Jupiter is not a benefic planet for Libra natives and its transit into 8th house is not so good news, unless it is forming a Viprit Raj Yoga in your chart. Relations with siblings and neighbors can be challenging as well. Also try to speak in an unambiguous and clear tone to avoid any misunderstandings. You will be tempted to consume more of sweets, but it is advisable to do so in moderation only. Otherwise, there can be some sudden increase in weight and obesity issues. Open a fixed deposit during this transit or add some money to your existing fixed deposit or any savings account. There can be some changes in your daily routine as well during this transit. For Scorpio ascendants and Scorpio moon sign, your second and fifth house lord is transiting in your seventh house. There is an exchange between the seventh house lord Venus and fifth house lord Jupiter. This is primarily a very good yoga for love marriage and converting your existing love relation into love marriage. This energy of Jupiter will also bring clarity in relationships and provide a more meaningful and long-term relationship. Some singles can also meet someone that they fall in love with during this transit or propose to someone they have been liking for some time now. Especially with Valentine's Day approaching, this energy of Jupiter can bless you with a very steady and meaningful relationship. With Ketu influencing both 5th and 7th house and the planet of romance Venus, this blessing of Jupiter is much needed for Scorpio ascendants in matters of love and romance and personal relationships. For married couples also, relations will improve and you will deal your marriage with a lot more wisdom and ethics. This sign exchange is also good for college students and for those who want to utilize their college level education in their career and start a new business or new venture. Using your college degree, you can start your own venture or grow your existing venture during this transit. Jupiter is your second house lord as well, and its direct motion in seventh house is good for commerce, business, and for partnership business and for ancestral business. Misunderstandings can be cleared with family members and business partners. There will be clarity in your mind regarding the future planning. The fifth aspect of Jupiter will improve relations with friends and expand your social network. With Ketu in 11th house and retro motion of Jupiter, there could have been some misunderstandings with friends, but a lot of that can now be resolved. It also creates a good yoga for income and sudden wealth gains. There can be gains from stock market and speculative activities as well. However, since these activities carry a lot of financial risk, it is advisable to use your own discretion before making any investments. A lot depends on your running dasha and planetary positions in your individual chart. But even then, this energy of Jupiter is likely to provide you with some gains at least. The seventh aspect on your Lagna will provide you with wisdom and opportunities for self-growth. The ninth aspect of Jupiter in third house will improve relations with siblings and neighbors. There can be short distance and long distance travel opportunities as well during this time. You may also use this transit to start a new venture. For my Sagittarius friends, Sagittarius ascendants and moon sign, Jupiter is your Lagna Lord and your 4th house Lord and is transiting in 6th house. There is an exchange between the 6th house Lord Venus and the 4th house Lord Jupiter. This primarily creates a good yoga for buying a new home or vehicle with the help of loans. There can be good job prospects as well. The overall environment at home will be peaceful and your mother can see some relief from health issues. There can be some changes in daily routine. The ascendant Lord in 6th house is never good news for health and hence some changes in daily routine is needed for health. It is important to watch what you eat and take good care of your stomach. Kidney and liver patients will have to take extra care of themselves. It is also advisable to avoid any conflicts and arguments as it can lead to troubles. Relations with co-workers will see an improvement, but there are chances of conflicts with others in general. The fifth aspect on 10th house can be good for expansion of business and the seventh aspect on 12th house can provide foreign opportunities and offers from distant lands. The ninth aspect on second house is good for financial gains. Jupiter is the natural significator of the second house and the natural significator of wealth. Therefore, overall, this is a very favorable period for financial gains. There can be salary increment for those in job and there can be expansion in business for those who are self-employed. Family issues can also be solved and misunderstandings can be resolved during this time. This is a favorable time to solve issues with co-workers and expect better harmony in office. It is also a favorable period for loans issues and to restructure your loans. Chant the Bij mantra of Jupiter, which is Om Braham Brihaspataye Nama 108 times. Plant or water a banana tree, especially on Thursdays. Feed monkeys to reduce the negative effects on your health of this particular direct motion of Jupiter in your 6th house. Growing a banana tree can prove to be a very effective remedy as Jupiter is in an earthly sign. Keep a strict eye on diet and avoid overeating. Avoid conflicts and use this transit to set up a better health routine for yourself. You may also look to solve legal issues during this transit. For Capricorn ascendants and Capricorn moon sign, your 3rd and 12th house lord Jupiter is transiting in your 5th house. There is a sign exchange between the 3rd house lord and the 5th house lord. This exchange between the 5th house lord and 3rd house lord promises success for artists, creators, social media influencers, for startup companies. The 3rd lord going on to 5th house is Bhavat Bhavam, as 5th house is 3 places away from 3rd house, and hence it is excellent for pursuing hobby, for sports and for creativity. You will also have courage in love relationships. This is a good time to convert your love relation into love marriage. You will have the courage to talk with your family about your loved one, and also you will have the courage to propose or approach someone that you like and have been waiting to approach them for quite some time now. Jupiter is also your 12th house lord, and the direct motion of Jupiter in 5th house means that there will be relief in matters of children. Their health will see some improvement, and so will relations with them. Couples planning a baby can soon be blessed with good news. There can be some losses in speculative activities and investments, and it is advisable to avoid risky ventures and risky trades. College students can get opportunity to study abroad or to places far away from their birthplace. This is a time to gain wisdom and knowledge. People in education field can grow in career during this time. If you are a teacher or own an educational institute, then you can expect some career success during this time. The 5th aspect on the 9th house creates possibility of a religious or a long distance tour. There can, however, be differences of opinion with father. The 7th aspect on the 11th house can bring some financial gains and salary increment and expand your friend circle as well. The 9th aspect on the Lagna combined with the 5th aspect of Ketu on the Lagna is good for spiritual development and for self-growth. It can be a time of self-introspection and search for the meaning and purpose of life. Ethics, knowledge and wisdom is the demand of this energy of Jupiter, and as long as you follow the path of dharma and righteousness, this energy of Jupiter will bless you with a positive direction. For Aquarius ascendants and Aquarius moon sign, your 2nd and 11th house lord Jupiter is transiting in your 4th house. There is an exchange between the 2nd house lord and the 4th house lord during this transit. This direct motion of Jupiter and sign exchange with Venus means that there can be gains from properties, land and vehicles. Even though Mars is not in a good dignity, still there can be some benefits for you, especially if your running dasha is favorable and you have a stronger Jupiter in your natal chart. Jupiter is a very important planet for you as it rules your wealth house and the house of income. So financially it is a very crucial planet for you. Its transit in 4th house means it is transiting in the house of Sukh and happiness. This is therefore a time of joy from wealth and finance. The overall environment at home will be good and so will relations with mother. Her health can be a matter of concern, however. Some family matters can be resolved during this transit, especially property related. Keep your communication at home polite and wise. The house lord of gains and income is also in the 4th house, which again points at wealth generation from land and properties and vehicle. Those in the vehicle industry can also do very well during this transit. Jupiter is a planet of expansion and it will attempt to expand your fixed assets. You may also be inviting a lot of your friends and people from social network to your home during this transit. The 5th aspect of Jupiter on your 8th house and Ketu is good for spiritual development and can provide you with keen interest in spirituality and mantra chanting. Doing some puja or mantra chanting at home is also good for you during this time. Performing or organizing a religious ceremony at home is also advisable. There can be some sudden wealth gains during this time. The 7th aspect on the 10th house is good for career and for relations with mentors, superiors and bosses. Your career can flourish and grow during this transit. Both wealth and income lord Jupiter is looking at career and is going to bless you with newer and bigger opportunities for success. The 9th aspect on the 12th house will cause some expenses and it is advisable to make some investments during this time. This investment will benefit you in the long run. Overall, this is a very good transit for you and much can be gained from this direct motion of Jupiter. Look to resolve old family issues and grow your career. For Pisces ascendants and Pisces moon sign, your Lagna Lord, the ascendant Lord Jupiter, and your 10th house Lord Jupiter is in 3rd house. There is an exchange between the 1st house Lord and the 3rd house Lord Venus. This is the time for active participation and not be behind the scenes. The 3rd house is the Marankarak Sthan of Jupiter and it doesn't normally perform well here. However, with the 3rd house Lord Venus in your Lagna, this time you will have the courage and enthusiasm to put your ideas into actions. Jupiter is also your career lord and its direct motion in 3rd house again indicates effort and hard work in career. There can be some work related travels as well and all of this will be fruitful and beneficial for you. Your efforts and hard work are very likely to be rewarded and bear sweet fruits. Through communication and expression, also you can achieve success and development. There can be some changes in your career during this time. Hobbies and creativity will also interest you and you can use this energy of Jupiter to polish your skills and hobbies. Relations with siblings and neighbors will improve and misunderstandings can be resolved. The 5th aspect of Jupiter on your 7th house will also solve marriage issues and improve communication and resolve any misunderstanding among couples and business partners. This will also create a marriage yoga for singles looking to settle down. There can be better marriage prospects during this transit. The 7th aspect on the 9th house creates both short and long distance travel opportunities. There can be a religious tour as well during this time. Father's health will improve and so will relations with him. You can also receive the blessings of some guru during this time. The 9th aspect of Jupiter on the 11th house, the house of gains and wish fulfillment, is also very positive for financial matters. There can be salary hikes and promotions and expansion in friend circle and social network. This transit is good for you and will bring positive developments in your life. However, do keep an eye on your health as your Lagna Lord has gone to its Maran Karak Sthana house. Do some meditations and do some physical activity. Do not show courage where it is not required as Mars is also not in a very good dignity for next few months. This is overall a transit for some positive transformations and setting a path of life with clarity and wisdom. Just keep a good eye on your health and do some physical activities. I hope you liked the video. Please do like it, share it with your friends, family and do subscribe to the SM Astro channel. Thank you for watching.